Good afternoon. I'm here with Greg.holley. He is our lender here at Coldwell Banker Ambassador, and I just wanted to introduce him to you. Many of you have met him, but since we don't have sales meetings, I thought, you know what, we'll take the sales meeting to you at your home. Greg is coming on board, and Greg, you're going to be in the office every
Tuesday at 12.
Tuesday at 12.
Mm-hmm.
So, when I always wanted to have, did that stop?
Yeah.
Oh, good. When I have my office, I always wanted to have a lender in the office physically. Now everything's changed because of DocuSign and everything else. But anyway, Greg, what sets you apart? Real quickly, he is not a mortgage broker. He's a mortgage banker. And I always thought that was a big difference. A mortgage broker packages it and just sends it off. A mortgage banker uses their own money, makes it a lot easier for everything else. But what would you say to the 16 agents that will see this for what you do?
I would say there is an advantage to being a mortgage banker. We do service all of our loans, so they stay in-house with us. If there's a problem during the process, sometimes we can get a little bit creative because we are the lender. And then on top of that, we have what they call true approval, which is really good for helping these offers to get accepted. It's a fully underwritten approval within 48 hours, meaning we verified assets, we verified income, we verified employment, and it's a true approval that they're going out shopping with. So what I like to do is call the listing agent ahead of time and let them know what this true approval is and how it's been underwritten. So it helps to get some of these offers accepted, and then the escrow is shorter. So
we were introduced to Greg from Dean, who does my credit correcting for my clients and the tenants. So also, if maybe Greg sees your client and don't qualify, Greg can send them over to Dean, get the credit fixed up, and then give them back to Greg. Any advice right now in today's market? Obviously, you're in a multiple offer situation where you're competing with all cash offers. So I send you my client. What can you give me that'll help me with my ammunition with the listing agent saying, hey, these people could perform?
I think the biggest thing is that I like to do is the research up front. For one, sometimes the appraisal's coming in less, so you got to make sure that the borrower is capable to cover the difference if need be. And then at the same time, let us reach out to the listing agent ahead of time to explain the pre-approval. I think those are two things that really come to mind when I think about it.
That pre-approval letter then would be something to compete with an all-cash offer or something else.
Correct.
Do you talk to listing agents on behalf of an agent?
I can, sure.
That may be a good idea.
Yeah.
Have Greg call them and say, listen, I'm looking at his file right here. How fast can you close? Let's say I sit down with you, and let's say you have everything, a fully completed application, credit report, everything. So once you have everything, what's the fastest you can go to compete with an all-cash?
Well, I would say a 21-day escrow is what I'd like. Sometimes it could be a little bit less, but I like to say 21 days.
So if you're competing with someone, they say all cash, 2 weeks, and you're 3 weeks, as long as you're competitive on price, that's good. Mm-hmm. This is Greg's contact information. Is there any way to get a hold of you other than this? You have any
That is on me 24/7, so that cell phone's on. If you call me 8 o'clock on a Sunday, it's fine.
Do you have any preference on how to get a hold of you? You prefer email, you prefer call,
no.
text?
Email or text is probably the best. I'm sorry, call or text is probably the best.
So he's new here, just started a couple weeks ago, and let's give him some loan business, give him a call. Also, if you have a client that you want to coach, give advice on what to do,
yes.
That's always a good thing.
That's a great point. As a matter of fact, we'll work with somebody, and let's say they're not ready to buy right now. I'll stay in touch with them, kind of coach them on what to do to get in a position to buy. So it might be a customer 6 months from now.
I'm not saying I'm speaking for my children or anything, but let's say you had a first-time buyer just out of college or something and wants to get in. What kind of down payment help do you have with a first-time buyer? Because a lot of times they say, well, these prices are crazy. I don't want to spend that kind of money, and I don't have a big down payment. If I have just out of college, if I have minimal, new credit, what's the best thing? What can you say right now? Remember those Nehemiah programs that were involved? All those old things?
There's one called CalHalfa that we can use.
CalHalfa.
And that one, I just put one together, and she was going to end up putting like $5,000 down on a $50,000 house. So
$5,000 down.
yeah, now that's
on a
not for everybody,
$350,000.
but it's there, and I can see if they qualify for
You
it.
did that deal?
No, we're in the process.
So is that by county or how what's the
It
limitations?
is.
on that?
It's their income has to be at a certain level by county, but they're pretty, lenient on the income. Like in Orange County, I want to say it was 200,000. So
Okay, so if you have a client and they're kind of on the fence, you're not sure if you're wasting your time, give them to you and you can say, listen, I have some potential avenues, or this is hopeless.
sure.
Kick them out of your car. Okay, one more time. This is how to get a hold of Greg. He will take your questions 24/7, actually 23/6 maybe. Let's not go 23/7. Thanks for watching.
I need
Give
a
him a
little
call.
Thank you.